All happy families resemble one another. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. If you look for perfection, you will never be content. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. There is no greatness where there is no simplicity, goodness, and truth. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. We can know only that we know nothing. And that is the highest degree of human wisdom. A truly wise man is always joyful. The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity. If you want to be happy, be. The best stories don't come from good versus bad, but from good versus good. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. Truth, like gold, is to be obtained not by its growth, but by washing away from it all that is not gold. The greatest truths are the simplest. The most difficult thing is to make a choice between what is right and what is easy. If you want to be respected by others, the great thing is to respect yourself. Only by loving people can we learn to love God. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. Nothing can make our life, or the lives of other people, more beautiful than perpetual kindness. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him. The only absolute knowledge attainable by man is that life is meaningless. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. If one loves someone, one loves the whole person, just as they are and not as one would like them to be. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. He never chooses an opinion, he just wears whatever happens to be in style. There is only one enduring happiness in life, to live for others. The law condemns and punishes only actions within certain definite and narrow limits, but thought is the foundation of all actions, and to free one's thought from error and to purify one's life is to free oneself from all sin. Every lie is a poison, there are no harmless lies. The life of our body is independent of our spirit, and the destruction of our body does not affect the life of our spirit. Governments need armies to protect them against their enslaved and oppressed subjects. Man is meant for happiness, and this happiness is in him, in the satisfaction of the needs of his life, not of his lusts, but of his true, natural requirements. The chief difference between words and deeds is that words are always intended for men for their approval, but deeds can be done only for God. We are asleep until we fall in love. The key to success in life is the consistent pursuit of knowledge. If people in this world make a religion of anything, it is success. Power is not only what we have but what the enemy thinks we have. Kindness and love should not be measured but given freely. True life is lived when tiny changes occur. The strongest of all warriors are these two, time and patience. Life is fragile and can be taken at any moment. Make the best of it. Everyone has a right to live in their own way and search for happiness. Until we are free from desires, we are not truly free. Those who have knowledge don't predict. Those who predict don't have knowledge. A man can live in happiness only when he acts according to his conscience. The greatest pleasure in life is in doing what people say you cannot do. The greatest victories are those over our own passions. There is no happiness where there is no wisdom. Freedom consists not in refusing to recognize anything above us, but in respecting something which is above us. You should love life while you live it, for it ends all too soon. He who has love in his heart has forgiveness in his soul. It is not given to man to judge what is right or wrong in actions. Only time and consequence reveal their true nature. Art is a human activity having for its purpose the transmission to others of the highest and best feelings to which men have risen. Every person is a mirror, reflecting back what they receive. The secret of happiness is not doing what one likes, but in liking what one does. There is no great man without great character. It is not our actions but our intentions that define us. No man can be happy while acting against his conscience. The best way to learn is to do. The best way to understand is to love. There is no true love without sacrifice. Everyone wants to change the world, but few are willing to change themselves. To understand all is to forgive all. The simplest things are often the most profound. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, only the present is real. Do not seek revenge. The universe will take care of it for you. The greatest knowledge is to know that we know nothing. The more a man understands, the less he judges. No one is so strong as the one who has faith in himself. A good man is not one who does not make mistakes, but one who acknowledges and corrects them. Strength does not come from physical capacity, but from an indomitable will. It is not length of life, but depth of life that matters. It is not given to man to know his own future. The best way to understand someone is to listen to them without judgment. True wisdom is knowing the limits of our knowledge. Happiness is within us, not in things. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. A person is never as unhappy as they think, nor as happy as they hope. In all things, love is the most important. The only thing we can do is act with kindness and sincerity. Each person is responsible for their own soul. There is no death, only the transition from one state to another. Every person is a universe within themselves. To love is to live. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Love all, trust few, and do wrong to none. The greatest joy in life is to love and be loved. The truth is always simple, but people make it complicated. There is no wealth but life. Love is the only thing that grows when shared. The purpose of life is to find meaning in every moment. Nothing is as important as the present moment. Only those who have suffered understand true happiness. Life is a journey, not a destination. To live in the present is to truly live.